When shopping for a tablet, your options are very limited if you want something powerful, but also on the smaller side. I wanted something that packs the latest technology found in a flagship tablet, but something that's not going to break the bank and small enough to travel with. I think I found the perfect one. This is the Lenovo Legion Tab Gen 3. It packs some of the latest features you'd want in a tablet, but it is small at only 8.8 inches and it's affordable. I think this is the ultimate portable tablet for work, productivity, and gaming. Let's take a look. Here's some of the quick specs I want to show you for this device. We have the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, a 8.8-inch 2.5K PureSight LCD panel with a 165 Hz refresh rate. This display does get fairly bright and has great color and contrast. Dual USB-C ports, one for charging and also hooking up third-party accessories or plugging into an external monitor or display. Dual superlinear speakers. These speakers are fairly small, but they do pack quite a punch. Ultra-wide gaming mode, so if you plug into an external monitor, which I'll show you, you can further elevate your experience. And then a large battery, fast charging. This device has a 6550 milliamp battery and it charges in about an hour. I would say battery life is going to be around 6-ish hours if you do full gaming with max brightness on there, but overall it has a really good battery life. Lenovo also included some really nice things inside the box. So we have a beautiful folio case here. I really like the design of this, and the beauty part about this is it can be propped up in one position, but also has a magnetic snap, which is really satisfying and nice. We also have a 68-watt USB-C fast charger with USB-C cable included. This will charge the device in about an hour, which is pretty quick. And last, a screen protector, which is a really nice touch. I wish more manufacturers would do this. This is just going above and beyond here. And then we have the standard safety warranty and quick start guide. Alrighty, here is the Legion Tab Gen 3. Really compact design here. You're gonna have one USB-C charging port on the side. The other one can be found on the bottom with one of the speakers. The other speaker is going to be found on top here. If we take a look at the back, we have this nice embossed Legion logo here. The only knock I'm going to say is this is quite a fingerprint monster. As you can see, there's quite a bit amount of fingerprints on here. So if you're worried about that, I'd probably throw this in that folio case that comes with it. Then we're going to have a dual 13 megapixel camera. This is going to be just fine for taking photos and videos, but you most likely will get better quality with your current smartphone device. We also have a small selfie camera right here as well. What I also want to do is I want to compare the size of the Legion Tab Gen 3 to other current devices on the market that people may have or might be interested in. This is the iPad Pro 11. This is also a fantastic tablet, but when you put the two side by side or on top of each other, you can see that the Legion is pretty small and it's honestly pretty thin when even compared to the iPad, which is really interesting. And now I want to compare it to a emulation device, the Retroid Pocket 5. This is a Android gaming device that you can also emulate games on. And this device costs around $250. The Legion Tab Gen 3 is around $500. But what I will say is, even though this is great for emulation and things like that, this device is quite a bit more powerful than even something like the Retroid Pocket 5. And what really sets it apart from something like this can do far more than just gaming on. You can use this device for work and productivity. This device is more tailored for gaming. And when you compare the overall screen real estate you get in this versus this, it is quite a bit larger. The only advantage a higher end gaming device will have is this has an OLED panel versus this LCD panel. So the colors on this might not be as vibrant, but you do get quite a bit more real estate here. I ran Geekbench through this device and I want to show you how it performs versus very similar tablets or devices on the market. As you can see, for the single core, it scores pretty high at 2196. When compared to other devices that are similar, this is about the same raw power as the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, which is really cool. If you go to multi-core here, we can see that it scored a 6434, and it's very similar in comparison to last year's current S24 Ultra. So this device is very powerful. And when you're running Android games on here or emulation, you can definitely scale the resolution up to almost max and really have no issues with this device getting warm or throttling on here. Before we get into gaming, I just want to show you some of the tech specs of this device. Under About This Tablet in the settings menu, this will bring up more information about this device. We can see that this has 256 gigs of storage with 12 gigs of RAM. You can also get this in another variant with 512 gigs of storage with 16 gigs of RAM. I mostly do a lot of cloud gaming with this device and light emulation, so I didn't feel the need to adding more storage. If you are looking to expand the storage on here, unfortunately there is not a slot for a micro SD card on this, which is kind of a bummer, so please keep that in mind. Both devices will ship with the latest connectivity options, so that means Wi-Fi 7 for fairly fast internet and download speeds, and then also Bluetooth 5.1. And one thing I want to show you guys is emulation. This thing is an emulation power station. When hooked up to a third-party Bluetooth accessory like the GameSir G8 Plus, this controller expands to fit the actual tablet. You can emulate all types of games on here, and one in particular I want to show you is one that's near and dear to my heart. That's going to be Pokemon Soul Silver. So I'm going to go ahead and spin that up and show you how it looks. The last thing I want to show you is how this device looks when it's docked to a external monitor. And right now you can see it looks great. It's running on PC mode, which kind of has a overall look and feel to how Windows is, which is pretty cool. And the best part is it works with my external keyboard and my mouse. So we can see here that I'm controlling it with my mouse. And if we open up this, go ahead and go to settings. I want to show you a couple additional things here that are important for this mode. Type in PC, go to PC mode. So you can see here, PC mode, classic desktop experience. So you can run multi-windows and it's just really easy and friendly to navigate if you're familiar with Windows. Now, if we take this out of PC mode, what this is going to do is called mirror mode. So mirror mode is just going to mirror whatever is on that screen to that screen, and we can customize this a little bit further by going back into settings, and then I want to show you projector mode. So projector mode is basically going to give us a couple more different options. So we'll go to projection, and as you can see here, we have mirror mode and extended mode, and we're going to be playing the sound from my speakers, which is connected up to my display, which is nice. And running on extended mode is going to get rid of those black bars, and then it's still going to use that native resolution of my monitor. So as you can see, it looks fantastic in 4K. And now when I'm pairing this with a Bluetooth controller, and running an Android game, emulation, or something on here, it's going to utilize the entire screen plus my speakers. Unfortunately, it's not going to be using the keyboard and mouse, which cannot be mapped to games, but you can still, of course, use a supporting third-party controller like this one.
The chassis, drier than expected.
I'll make this easy, you double-crossing rat. Look at that. A stranger come out of nowhere to save you, huh? I'm going to enjoy cutting your balls. A little help, please? Who? That is what?
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review on the Lenovo Legion Tab Gen 3. This is an amazing portable tablet that packs some serious power for its size. I think it's one of the better Android options you can currently buy in the market today that's not going to break the bank. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you soon.